One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Missouri State's offense will get the ball first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
All right, guys, let's talk just a little about Missouri State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Looking to throw, it's Rivers. Finds his tight end. It's a seam wide open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Grabbed over the middle. It's Joyner. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to power it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Texas A&M's offense has the ball for the first time. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. So here comes the Missouri State offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Fires to the big fella. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice job on the defense, staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job on the defense.
Finds the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Lost to throw again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The 12th man, Warden, standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Joyner. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
What a phenomenal individual effort to getting the catch, getting the foot down in bounds. He's now setting up his offense here for a potential touchdown on this very next play.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bears! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The give on the counter. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They think there's room to run to the right here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed in the middle, it's Riley. Turning it on! That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They've gotten really productive play from their quarterback as well. He's guided his offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking for a man. It's Rivers. Dumps it off in the flats. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a man on the left. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll throw it right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Norman. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's loose. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Hawkins. Catch in the middle, it's Norman. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Boy, the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Wide open spaces. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And this one will be stopped for no gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Another incompletion on third down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning on the Jets. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Just adds another dimension to this offense, and the Aggies have had quarterbacks who could run over the years.
Yeah, quarterbacks that can run, and I think about those guys too. I think about run, I think about tempo, I think about scrambling around, making plays.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Good timing on the quick out. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So here comes the Bear offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking for a crease. It's Alexander. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Hauls it in. Stumbled to the ground. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. No need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And the offense had the look they like. Tight ends are such matchup problems because of their size and because of their athleticism. And this offense does a nice job moving this guy around, especially in this area of the field.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Missouri State offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
I'll tell you what, really good job by the defense, having vision on the quarterback. And as soon as he threw that football, man, they broke on the football right away, didn't waste time, and got the running back on the ground.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to pass, it's Hawkins. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. From the gun, the ground game. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll give it to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? A&M comes back out with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alexander. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Good right down the boulevard. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Rivers. Fires to the tight end. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Looking downfield on first down. That's reeled in, it's Robinson. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Quick completion on the out route. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Texas A&M likely will just try to bleed the clock. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route. By the time he got his head around, the ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Bussey. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. Hunt is on its way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So here comes the Missouri State offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Looking downfield, it's Rivers. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Bears moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Time to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as